on, everybody? Welcome to Game Related Network. I'm Adam.
This is Kevin.
I'm Zach.
And we out with our podcast. This is the first official Relaunch podcast. We had, kind of a trial period first half of the year, but now we completed the team with Kevin, so I'd like to welcome him on board for those who have listened to us, real glad to have him on.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
glad to be here.
Excellent. Likewise. So let's see. We are going to be starting off by talking a little bit about ourselves. Kevin, why don't you start us off?
Oh, okay, sure. Yes, I guess since I'm new to the group, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself. So I'm a big gamer. I've been playing games, most of my life. 28 years old. Kind of grew up in that generation. It's been the primary form of entertainment as long as I can remember.
Right to it.
Yeah. I'm a VR enthusiast. Love VR games at the moment. That's my big time sink. Played a lot of consoles growing up. Played mostly Xbox, a little PlayStation, and go back to 64. All the good stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I work in tech support and love computers and PC gaming is kind of where I am at the moment. Along with the VR, it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot to look forward to.
Absolutely.
A lot of
Frontier,
content.
man.
Yeah. So at the moment, I'm playing a lot of Echo Arena. Which is a new VR game, that Adam's been playing as well.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Really good stuff. And besides that, I play a lot of Elite Dangerous. That's a really fun space game, space simulator type game.
Right. Ever since you told me you were into that, man, it wouldn't let me play it on our Steam library.
Oh, really?
Because they have their own launcher.
Yes.
It's like, oh, y'all got us, man. We thought we worked the system.
Yeah.
Sharing the library, but yeah.
Yeah, you need a Frontier account to play that game. But you should definitely get into it. It's a good one.
Oh, I will.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what else to say about myself. I'm also a big musician, of course. I should mention that, I suppose. Play guitar and drums, piano. Worked in music for a long time in music retail. I've kind of dabbled around in different elements of the industry.
Right.
But yeah, at the moment, PC gaming and VR have been my biggest interests. So. That's pretty much, I suppose, all you guys need to know about me. But I look forward to working with the rest of the crew here and giving you guys some good content. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff here going forward. So
hell yeah.
So to show you guys what we're going to be up to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Beyond excited about this team, man, and the enthusiasm and the energy that surrounds this little project, the Game Related Network. I really see good things happen. So yeah, man, I'm glad to have you on, and I know Zach feels the same. And,
absolutely.
Transitioning on, I guess this we're kind of introducing the squad. I'll hop on. So you mentioned the VR. I'm kind of in that same realm right now. But yeah, I've been a lifelong console gamer. In my forte, I like sports games. Madden's coming out next week. I'm super geeked about that. Yeah. But man, like you said, born into it. Gaming has been, I don't know, man, almost like a relative. You know what I mean? Like it's just always there's like my other sibling. You know what I mean? And I love it. It's this network to me, man, is just kind of the embodiment of all of our love for this thing. Like if you love it so much that you're gonna put content into the world about it, you know what I mean? I think that kind of speaks for itself on it. But yeah, man, I've been into VR a lot. Kevin actually got me into VR a while ago. We worked at the Epicenter as a recording studio together. Talk about being musicians, also do audio engineering. And that's where I met him. And then we would go after sessions to his crib, and he would show me the Oculus, and I'd freak out, And now I'm in on it too. So I've been doing a lot of VR, but I also do a lot of more traditional gaming. I've been playing like Watch Dogs 2 is probably the game I'm into the most. Outside of that, and Breath of the Wild, on Switch, Zach let me play through his copy of it, and amazing games. I like a lot. I like big story games. I would say my main things right now, aside from VR and gobbling up whatever I can in there, I love sports games and I love adventure. I mean, I'll play anything, but those are the games that you'll catch me playing You know, if I'm spending money on something, if I'm geeked about it, odds are it's either Madden, FIFA, NBA 2K, or like The Witcher or Uncharted, something like that, man. I just like epic. Because gaming to me is just epic, so I love an epic presentation with it, you know. So AAA games, I like indie games too, but I'm a sucker for AAA games and like graphics, you know, like the stuff like that, like stuff's pushing the technical edge. And that's part of the allure of VR to me, you know. It's pushing the technical edge, and it's a whole new realm, it's a whole new frontier, you know. And to look into that, it's cool. Some of the stuff you're showing me, man, as simple as some of these social apps are, it's mind blowing, you know. So
the new medium brings a lot of different potential in terms of interaction, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it changes things. I mean, the simple things are now mind blowing. I don't want to say gaming stagnated in some ways, but I mean, the gaming market is in its own evolutionary course, and this is just a different branch. People are having to start fresh, and even starting from square one, you know, with simple concepts, they're still astounding and mind-blowing. Yeah,
it's true, man.
Yeah,
it's true. And so, you know, not to digress too much from the theme of the moment, you know, with introductions. So, you know, like the VR is a thing, but pretty much, I guess, going forward, what you're gonna get mostly out of me and my content. There's gonna be sports related stuff, but I'm mostly a PlayStation gamer and a PC gamer, you know, and now, you know, I'm real heavy into VR, so it's gonna be a good dose of that. I like to be versatile though, you know, so I'll bounce around. I like to just kind of be off the wall sometimes, but outside of the gaming, man, I'm an MC, you know, I'm into music too. Got a group called New Age X. You'll actually be hearing a lot of beats from the other member on here, Phil Real. He'll be doing some music and stuff for us, and E Freezy's the other one I work with musically. He does a lot of our beats and beats with me on my thing. So you'll probably hear me spit some rhymes on the stream or whatever when I'm playing, or even on here. You might hear a game-related network track, you know?
Right.
But, you know, we're not just gamers here. That's the other cool thing about it is I think there's a lot of not just cool interest, but a lot of talent and background in these things that are going to benefit what we're doing, man, directly, which
definitely,
man,
without a doubt.
I can't. It feels like such a great advantage. That's why I love this thing, man. So yeah, that's me. That's kind of where I'm at with this thing. Glad to be a part of it, working with the crew, and beyond excited, man, to see where we take this thing.
Excellent.
You know?
Hell yeah. Glad to have all
one of us
here.
left, man.
All right. Well, I am Zach. I am the runt of the litter, 24 years old, and I am first and foremost the Nintendo gamer on this channel. That being said, I love my PlayStation 4, and I plan on getting into the PC realm and joining these guys in the VR realm because they are doing nothing but selling me on it just repeatedly over and over and over. And it's like it's out of the question to think otherwise at this point, which I am 100% okay with. Super excited to get into that. Super excited to be here with you guys. Kevin, you joining is just like excellent. I feel like it was kind of meant to happen, you know, like it's really excited to have you here, basically. Can't think of how else to articulate it.
To be here. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. So let's see. Anyway, outside of Nintendo and the PlayStation stuff and eventually PC, I've played Nintendo games my whole life. I love Mario, I love Zelda, I love Animal Crossing, Metroid, Pokemon, you know, Earthbound, F-Zero, Super Smash Bros. You name it. I'm probably gonna get up on it at some point, but first and foremost, Zelda, Mario, Metroid, Smash Bros. For sure, as far as Nintendo goes. And, you know what, I'll throw Animal Crossing in there too. But let's see, apart from that...
Real quick, before, I like how you said, outside of the Nintendo and PlayStation, Zelda, Mario.
Right? Yeah, no, I mean, like, just to narrow it down, I guess. But let's see. For PlayStation, I mean... when I say outside, you know, whatever.
I get I feel you. It was funny.
If you don't know now, one of the listeners will, so, you know, we'll just stress that.
I expect to say, like, I feel like we gotta keep each other, you know, hey, bro, you said this.
Gotta keep each other in check.
The internet's so pedantic. If we can squash it here now live, then that'll prevent, you know, the
gotta work on my...
picking at us, you know what I mean?
Keep those comment sections a little cleaner.
We'll let them bring it out. I'm sure they'll find something else.
Oh my God.
Right.
So let's see. Outside of PlayStation, I really like God of War and Uncharted and Last of Us and, you know, fucking, what just came out, Hellblade and Bloodborne and, you know, oh god, Bloodborne. Love Bloodborne.
Yeah, we've been getting back into that, man, with the streaming.
Yeah, for real. It's been a fun ride. Sometimes it reminds me that it's a From Software game on occasion, which is humbling, but, you know, it's part of the experience. Let's see. So right now, I've been playing, Hellblade, that came out recently. I've been playing that a lot. Been playing a lot of Overwatch. It's the summer games right now, so Lucio Ball's up right now, and they introduced a competitive Lucio Ball, Copa Lucio Ball. Right. And you have your placement matches for competitive, and I did my placement matches, and I ended up in Diamond, which for me is, you know, a big deal. I've never been on Diamond in competitive, so, you know, I like Lucio Ball. It's a lot of fun. I'm good at it. I enjoy the hell out of it. I had just gotten introduced to Rocket League like maybe a month before the event started.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I enjoyed that, but, you know, it definitely helped me kind of get the grasp of, you know, foreseeing, like, you know,
like the way, like,
anticipating, Jesus Christ.
Oh, good,
anticipating where the ball's going to be and where players are going to be, and that's kind of helped my game a lot with Lucio Ball. But let's see, apart from those two games, what else have I been playing, really? I just downloaded Doom, but I haven't started it, so going to be up on that soon. Yep. Let's see, outside of gaming, I work with Adam right now. I am working on my own book series. I've been planning it for, you know, the past 4 or 5 years. I'm trying to make it like, you know, a lot of characters, a lot of stuff, yada yada. But that's kind of been like my little pet passion project that I've been working on. Learned what I needed to figure it out when I went to school, left school, got right to work on it. So that's my main thing outside of gaming, and my main interests in gaming do include getting into development eventually. I want to start making my own games at some point. Definitely want to focus on games with interactive storytelling, or ludonarration as it's called, because I do think that as far as fictional mediums, video games offer the most potential, but have been explored the least. And, you know, part of that is because of how difficult it is to have a consistent story with so many different elements and so many different players going in, or, you know, not players, but developers for different talents. Like, you know, I'm a writer, but you guys are audio engineers, and, you know, you have your technical side, and then you have the people who are doing all the programming and the shine and the graphics and whatever. Like,
oh yeah, no,
probably gotta rein in ideas a lot. Like, you guys, the dreamers dream, but some of that stuff ain't possible, man. This is what the technical stuff we can do with that. Yeah, that's cool to see, man. I bet. Hey, you should get that Witcher type deal, but get royalties, man. Turn your book to a game.
Exactly.
Don't become a bitter asshole like the guy who wrote the Witcher.
Right, exactly.
You know, they're turning that into a Netflix series, The Witcher.
I heard about that. I hope that I have high hopes for it. I hope it goes well. I hope it becomes Netflix's own little Game of Thrones answer, if, you know.
Yeah, I think it has the potential. I mean, the Witcher as a game itself has some of the best storytelling, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I'm playing through the third one, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love it.
Oh, so great.
It's the pinnacle of storytelling and gaming right now.
I think so, yeah. I mean, and especially as an action RPG, I mean, I feel like that genre has had its ups and downs, and you know, there's a lot of you know, high watermarks with that genre, but Witcher really, in a lot of ways, just raised the bar even higher.
Yeah, really did.
That game, I love that one. So speaking of, you know, we're talking about games we love from the past, so this would be like a good time to talk about like what we're excited for coming up, maybe like the rest of the year.
Yeah,
not even like, you know, limited to the rest of the year, but just in general, like what are you looking forward to in gaming the most, you know?
Right.
Well, the thing I'm looking forward to at the moment, and it's coming out relatively soon, is Fallout 4 VR.
Yeah.
Love Bethesda style game, not style, but I love Bethesda games. You know, I love the whole Elder Scrolls series. Love their Fallouts. And Fallout 4, while it may not have been the best Fallout game, arguably, in some people's opinions, I'm really excited to see it be fully adapted officially into VR.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be really exciting. I mean, it's like, in my opinion, it's going to be the first AAA, full game to be in VR. And looks pretty good. I mean, they have a lot of locomotion options, so it's, everybody will be able to play it comfortably. And they're not cutting out anything. Really it's the whole game and all the DLC. And I can't wait. I mean, and then after that comes the Skyrim. But yeah, it's gonna be insane.
It's so huge that they're doing this with their pet franchise, their flagship. That's what I'm looking for, franchise.
Sure,
Skyrim and Fallout, or Elder Scrolls and Fallout.
Right.
Putting those in VR, man, is pushing the whole VR section of the industry forward, because now it's gonna be interesting to see post-release of those what happens, because there's no doubt to me they're gonna be really good,
right?
But we also know what to expect those games, so many people have played them,
right?
And I know you alluded to Fallout. I'm bringing Skyrim into the conversation too, but it's gonna be cool to see what happens if there's more developers who take that approach, like, hey, we got this game, we could retrofit this for VR, or we start developing our games now side by side with the main development we have in VR developed into it, just baked in from the start. It'll be cool to see what kind of impact those two have, and Doom.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think Bethesda's taking a leap, and I don't want to say, I mean, I guess you could call it a risk, but I just feel like they're investing into the market,
Yeah.
And it's not a full-scale development cycle with these games, because they already have the games and they just have to optimize. And of course, there's a lot of work. It's no joke.
Right.
Getting the game to run well and adapt it to VR. There's a lot of things you have to take into consideration. But I think they're making that leap, and I think they're going to set an example for other developers, like you said. And it's going to bring more and more good content to the VR industry, which I think is going to bring more and more gamers into it, and it's going to keep growing. I don't know. It kind of upsets me when I see people say that like VR is dead and it's only been out for like a year, and it's like, get over it. It's like it's a slow burn.
It's just people, the sensationalist contrarians, out there. How can you say something's dead? Well, hey, you probably don't have one. You don't even know what's on offer. You're just looking at business adoption and all that. And all these people who make the headsets and all, they have realistic expectations. They're not out here expecting millions of units to move right now. You know what I mean? They would love that, but even they're making investments, like you said, into the future. And Bethesda is being smart by setting the tone to be the leader with it. Like that's a boss ass
that's
move.
not to say that there haven't been other like big name studios in it, but I think Bethesda's definitely gonna bring the most attention in terms of like real games, because they have, I mean, those titles, they're the flat games getting converted into VR. But that's what I'm excited about. It's going to be crazy, and I think it's going to set a good precedent. So.
Yeah, I agree, man. Super excited about that too. I gotta be honest, man. Like Madden. I feel like I'm so excited for this. I might try to start like a section on this channel for Madden. You know what I mean? Just have like a Madden segment, like a weekly something on it. And like stream my game, something, because it's just, man, football in general. We all know how America reacts to football and the cultural phenomenon it is, but it's awesome to play that game. It gives you like kind of like Echo Arena does, that competitive feeling you get.
Yes.
Madden gives you a unique competitive feeling that I look forward to and kind of crave, man. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's on the forefront for me. And it's just, like you said, the VR, the Skyrim and Fallout, pretty much. I'm looking for, and Rick and Morty. I mean, it's already out, but I gotta do that virtual reality.
It's on the list.
Yep.
You telling me to do accounting is one of the best suggestions somebody can make. Yeah, Zach did that the other day.
I did.
Isn't it fantastic?
It was glorious.
Oh man.
Like,
so fun.
So funny.
Yeah, my friend came over the other day visiting from Denver, and he had never really tried out VR. And he asked about the Rick and Morty game, and I was like, no, but I have accounting, so I got him in accounting, and he loved it. And I don't know, I feel like he got kind of what he wanted, because it's got all that Justin Roiland humor.
Exactly.
And the whole package. No, but definitely, I want to know when you get that. If you get it, maybe we can go halvesies on it, because I don't know if I want to spend like $30 on it.
Yeah, I was gonna get it on Steam.
Yeah.
You know, like we said, like since we're
and it's something we'll play like once or twice. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we'll talk about that off the record.
but I mean, we ain't doing nothing wrong with it. You know, it's just.
No, I mean like it's just.
Yeah, I'll feel you.
Time on the tape for that.
We can edit that.
But yeah, we'll have to stream that if we do.
Yeah,
So.
that's gonna be awesome, man. Cause all I think about is that guy in the tree. This is my forest, my battery. What are you doing? Put it down.
Yeah.
Look what you did to my forest.
Everything was fine until you took the battery out, and now the forest is on fire.
The king of the other courtroom. Everything about that. Was
Everything.
So damn funny, man.
The credits.
Yeah.
Just.
Oh yeah.
And how they ended with that final little slide.
Oh well, you guys, I don't know if you know this. There's in the desk, and this is my friend showed. He found this out. I had never seen this, but at the end when you're doing the credits thing, he found in the desk there's a gun in the desk.
Found that shit.
He shot himself in the head, and it ended it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I found that, so I was like,
yeah.
I just started looking around everything, like, why am I just stuck in it? These guys are like wrapping up the conversation and shit.
Yeah, I know.
British guys, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it! You've done it! Yo, VR, you survived VR.
You got accounting.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah, I was just like exited the game. Like I had like the home button.
Yeah, I just took the headset off.
But yeah, and he didn't even flip the board or anything. I mean, he just like looked around, like answered the phone, and then like held a gun, and then just bang, ended it. And I just started dying laughing because I didn't know that was there. I didn't know that was an option, and I was like, of course they add that in and make it look like that.
When the guys are talking about, oh, I guess you're here forever, you can't leave.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of the end conversation you listen to, but they start being like, fuck you! They get all dark and shit. It's hilarious, man. It's like, I guess it's the only way out. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, so that only made me crave the Rick and Morty virtual experience more.
Right.
But yeah, man, what are you looking forward to on the game front?
Let's see. Right now, looking mostly forward to the Metroid 2 remake for the 3DS coming out on September 15th. Samus Returns. Yeah, looks really good. I was just reading about it in the new Game Informer, and yeah, looks really good.
Have they shown much, really anything about it yet? Because all I ever recall is they showed just like the title at E3. Right?
Oh, that was Prime.
That was Metroid Prime.
It's on 2DS.
Yeah.
They on the after with the what is it, Treehouse? What do they call that shit?
Nintendo Treehouse.
Yeah. They showed that's what they kind of debuted it when I saw it. There was no gameplay of it on the 2DS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, 2DS and 3DS. It's a remake of Metroid 2 Return of Samus, except this one's just called Metroid Samus Returns.
Okay.
It's going to be like on the 3DS and 2DS, but it's going to have a 3D character model for Samus, and it's still going to play like a 2D Metroid. It's going to, combat-wise, kind of feel like a new game, but still, nevertheless, be a remake of Metroid 2.
Okay.
Which originally, I think it came out for the Game Boy.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, the 2DS.
Yeah. I mean, I love Metroid. I hate to admit that I've never beaten a Metroid game, but I own and have played a good amount of at least 5 of them. You know, I love me some Metroid. I'm definitely excited for this one. I already got my pre-order in, so that's the main game I'm looking for. Apart from that, I am really excited for Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch. That's going to be big. That's going to be fun. Fun. I love Mario.
Good,
yeah. I'm a fucking sucker for Mario games. So, definitely looking forward to that. Kind of looking forward to the new Zelda DLC for Breath of the Wild, but, you know, it's going to be story-focused, and I wasn't too impressed by the story in Breath of the Wild, but we'll save that for another conversation, for another time, certainly.
Sure.
Let's see. I'm really excited for Beyond 2018. My 2 big games, The Last of Us Part 2, super stoked for that, just like everyone else.
Yeah.
And Death Stranding. Holy shit. I am so excited for Death Stranding. I don't know anything about it, but that's part of what is just like, I need to know.
That's what Kojima's saying right now, too. This would be awesome. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it the best game ever.
Well, all you need to know is it's got Mads Mikkelsen, a little Guillermo del Toro, and Norman Reedus. So
exactly.
And it just looks super dystopian, and I don't know, like there's squid things, and I don't know.
Babies in weird jars.
Yeah. Okay, I'll play it. Yes, whatever it is, I'll play it. Just give it to me. I don't know. Like Kojima does things.
Yeah, that guy is. What the fuck? It makes me wish. Like, I would learn Japanese specifically to have a conversation with that guy, just to get the unfiltered, like, what the hell goes on in your head, bro? Like, what do you do every day when you're not around people? You know, like, how did you get how you are, man?
I follow his Twitter, and he has a really good Twitter account.
Really?
That's what I've
He posts
heard,
a lot of good
actually.
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he posts good just pictures he takes, and I don't know, content of stuff he's doing. I don't know.
Seems like a super eccentric dude, man.
I've heard that he puts his like
Kojima-san.
Spotify playlist on there, like his
Absolutely.
preferred music and what have you.
What kind of music is that guy into? Have you seen his post on that?
Yeah, pretty good stuff. David Bowie and like a lot of other things. I don't know, but I know David Bowie in particular. I mean, he has a lot of or some of his music, I think, in one of the games.
Yeah, he does do a lot of those old, like, especially for like Peace Walker and
Portable apps.
not well that one too, but Snake Eater.
Snake Eater.
There was a lot of cool, 60s music in those games, man. And it seems like he picked those from a place of love, like he had a hand. I'm picking this soundtrack.
Right.
Oh, that's a contract. Yeah, that guy. That's Stranded. That's really good. What's the other one they debuted at the end of BioWare's E3?
Anthem.
Yeah.
Anthem.
That looks dope.
That
dude.
was interesting. Yeah, I really want to see more of that game. It was, the way they debuted it was one of those scripted, multiplayer. Like, and I get it and it works, but it's just they're trying to be natural. I wish they would just be more forthright and just like, yeah, check it out. Look at this. This is what it is. Like, they don't need to contextualize it like, oh, hey, Jessica, I'm going to go left, and you got to strategically go over there. There's going to be 3 guys. I don't know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
But the game looks amazing. I don't know. The gameplay looks really cool. The suits, the environments. I guess it's like a big open world. It kind of looks like what Destiny wanted to be.
Meets Avatar.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just the worlds look really cool from what I was seeing. Like, really well fleshed out environments, a nice mix of like technology and like overgrown environments.
Yeah, it does look a really cool world to be in. Man.
Yeah,
and if it lives up to the presentation they showed it looks like it's gonna be story heavy and the graphical presentation looks like it's gonna be mind blowing.
Yes.
And if they don't pull a Ubisoft or a No Man's Sky, because both of them have been known, or a Colonial Marines or whatever you want to call it, just get our hopes up for some dopeness.
Right.
And just, But I don't think they will. It's almost to the point, especially after No Man's Sky being drugged like it did for the whole last year. I don't think anyone's playing those games anymore.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
Speaking of No Man's Sky, I actually just got into it. I picked it up a week ago. After they dropped the 1.3 update, because I was curious, and they dropped the price, or they had a big sale on Steam.
Right.
So I've been getting into it over the last week. We were talking a little bit about it earlier, but I've been enjoying it. It definitely still has its flaws, in my opinion, but for the most part, it's a much improved game from everything that I was reading and from what I'm experiencing now myself.
Okay.
Some of the things that personally turned me away from playing it are changed. Like, you couldn't crash your ship into the ground. Like, you're flying your spaceship, and if you were to fly towards the ground, it would just like
automatically.
No, it would like bounce you up unless you landing. So
shit! I didn't know that.
And I play Elite Dangerous, and like I like to crash my ship if I want to.
At least give me the choice.
Yeah, exactly. So they changed that, and they added like missions and a bunch of other stuff. But it's it's definitely its own game. I don't know. It's fun.
It is pretty cool from when I've messed with it. I got it at the last Steam sale that they had.
Nice.
The summer sale.
Yeah,
I grabbed it for whatever, 10, 15, but whatever it was marked down to.
Right.
But yeah, man, I remember watching that game closely because even before I got a PS4, I was hyped for it. I was like, I need to get that. And then seeing the review, the lackluster, all this, from what I saw compared to the review footage I saw, it's a huge leap, and it looks like it's a good game. Now,
added a lot to it. Yeah.
get that pipe dream, man. VR for that would be.
Ooh. Yeah. I would love that.
That would be incredible, man. I think it would help them sell more copies of the game.
Sure. Well, see, I'm not holding my breath though. I don't think it's a big enough market for them to make that big of an impact with that selling point alone. I think that would be cool for a lot of the players who do. Maybe that would get a few sales, but I don't know. I'm not saying I don't want it. I definitely want it.
I mean, if you think about how many headsets there are out there between all the ones that would be, like it's a PC game, so Vive and Oculus are both covered, and it's on PlayStation's the only console it's on.
True.
You know, and there's 1 million plus of those alone out there. You know, if they freaked it right, I mean, that might be a nice way to kind of recoup from the dent. They might not sell a whole boatload of them, but it might offset kind of that terrible launch they had. You know?
I think that would definitely be another point in the pros list for the game, you know, in terms of, but I don't know, they have a long way to go in terms of recovering their reputation. Hello Games as a developer, Sean Murray, I don't know. I don't take too much of it personally myself with all the drama. I don't know. Do you play it at all, Zach?
No Man's Sky? Nope, haven't touched it.
It's and is because did you follow it? Were you part of the hype train?
I was part of the hype train for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know. So I was hyped, reasonably hyped, but
Right.
I also, you know, I was hyped with caution when possible.
Right.
But
No
I kind of was too at first. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just kind of let the hype pass by, and the game, you know, on release was not what everybody imagined it to be.
Yeah.
So I let it go, and I heard about a couple of the big updates, but this one pulled me in. The price was right, and I figured it was time to try it out because I love space games. I just love space games.
Oh yeah.
So I'm enjoying it, but yeah, I don't know. It's still not all the way there. I get a little frustrated with it. I spent like all last weekend playing it, so maybe I'm just a little burned out. But you know, I'm just gonna give it time. It's fun.
Okay.
Can you explore planets in Elite Dangerous like that? Like,
not in the exact same way. You can't go onto atmospheric planets. You can land on moons or other planets and explore in a buggy, like a little SRV.
Gotcha.
But you can't get out of your ship, or you can't fly around the planets, but it's not as feature-packed on a planet in Elite Dangerous as it is in No Man's Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's a lot of cool stuff to do on the planets.
Man. Like our this we gotta go over for our next episode. Talk about developers.
Yep.
So just kind of give you a preview, something we're kind of brainstorming and look forward to. We took our favorite franchises and kind of crossed them with a dream developer. You know what I mean? Just those. It was a fun little thought experiment that we did.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what else we come up with before we get there. But
yep, exactly. Got to throw Kevin in on this, see what we can come up with third brain in here.
Yeah. So look forward to that, man. And I think I don't know, we might be wrapping up this ep here. You know, it's been fun.
Yep.
With the relaunch, you know, the 3-man crew now. You know, we're rocking with it. We're rocking strong, and look forward to it. We're going to have a lot of good content. We're going to try to keep it creative. We already got some ideas for our visual presentation that I think people will get excited about. So keep it locked, man. You know, Game Related Network. You know, Adam, signing off with you.
All right. This was Zach.
And this is Kevin.
And we'll holler at y'all later.
All right.
Peace.